inside a house has been evicted forcefully using mafia power. Now, whether the family was staying there legally or it was staying illegally, it has to be decided by the court. If the family was staying there, definitely it was not an intruder into property. It had been in that property under some sort of understanding. What understanding, how it happened to be, how that family happened to be inside that premises, again law will decide. Sending goons, sending mafia men armed with weapons, deadly weapons, to their house and evicting everything, it is not only a case of forceful land grab, but it is also a case of daylight dacoity. And I particularly am here to make a point that dacoities and land grabbing using mafia power is not going to work in Goa. It's against the law. Let the law decide everything. Let law have an eviction order and then get them removed. But sending goons, sending henchmen to their property and removing them forcefully, confiscating all their belongings and taking it all away, that's not the way things are happening to be here in Goa. Next point. Anything concerning this matter has to be dealt with law. There are many parties which have approached us telling that they are staying there without any documentation or without any proof. So whatever proof or whatever documentation they are having to justify their stay in that property, they have brought along with it, and it will be in a matter of time be distributed to all of you. So now I ask Boni and Rajesh to speak further and convey their story, their part of story, especially in regards to yesterday's interview by that Janardhan Kurate's wife, which he had given to Prudent Media outside the police station.
Hi, I'm Boni Sonari. I just want to clear up initially that we have an agreement, albeit by email, we have an agreement with Michael Peters, the owner of the house. I have an email here confirming that agreement as late as September last year, September 2024, outlining the agreement, which was, again, I have it here, you can come and take a look at it. It was that we would take care of the property, as in fix everything that was broken. The house was in a completely dilapidated state, so we spent a lot of money fixing the property. We would send him a down payment of 50,000 rupees every month to be taken off the end amount of the agreed sale. And he would give us possession of the property, obviously, to fix the house and then to live in it. I have, again, not only the email, but I have the authenticating hash value and the certification from a computer technician proving that that email is correct and true and original. Now, again, besides this, the point here is what has happened to our family in daylight, broad daylight, is dacoity. These, again, I don't want to go over and over the same thing, but it's obvious that 30 armed, at least, gang members came in broad daylight, forced their way into our home, and removed everything we own. And while I want to thank the police for issuing the FIR so speedily and for handing over the issue to Crime Branch, and also, of course, I want to thank the court for refusing anticipatory bail of Janardhan Kurate, because these people are dangerous. And not only have they broken into our home and they've taken everything and threatened us, but now they're walking the streets. And it's clearly dacoity, and these people, we were mentioned dacoity on the 8th. When we filed our initial report on the 8th, on the day of the incident, dacoity was mentioned in that report. Despite that, these guys are walking the streets, and the court has refused bail, and yet they're still taking press conferences. The complaint, initial complaint, and subsequent complaints mentioned a female dacoit. Now, yesterday, Janardhan Kurate's wife took a press conference, admitted that she was part of the gang, that she was in the house with the other dacoits, and openly displayed all of our property in the trucks that they were taken away with. She needs to be arrested. Hopefully the police will take immediate action. We have cooperated with the police in every single step of the way. We've gathered evidence to help them to strengthen their hands and help them to prove what has happened. But it's clearly seen that the dacoits are making a mockery of law and order. In the complaint, I've described the 3 lakh of cash that was kept in one of our drawers, and my daughter's savings, 40,000 rupees in her little piggy bank. bank. And this female dacoit yesterday has openly admitted that she spent already 2 lakh of that money on getting her friends out of getting bail and spending money on lawyers. I hope that the police will find these dacoits who are openly taking press conferences and arrest them under the proper sections of the law. These are dangerous and armed people. I urge members of the public to immediately give information to the police if you see them. Otherwise, azmaka, faliatuka. Last year, January.
It has to be in written agreement or something.
We have emails. I have them here.
It's just on the email.
Yes, but
so
emails are now it's certified. I have a hash value authenticating the email. Correspondence agreement between Michael Peters and myself, both from him and myself. The agreement outlined, acknowledgement from both parties, and a certificate of authentication from a computer technician saying that is authenticated, that is an original email from both of our parties.
So
from
nothing,
the cybercrime department.
From the cybercrime.
Yeah, nothing is done by with a notary and all.
Unfortunately not.
No, not a notary.
Unfortunately not.
So it is just given on the email.
Yes, it is
Which are authenticated, the original. It stands valid in the
It was
court
a
of law.
long period of discussions where we finally agreed on the email. He's in the UK and we're here.
We have also done part payments to it.
And of those part payments that were outlined in the agreement, we have bank statements to prove those
So
payments.
it was done for how many years? It was some months or years. So you are staying from 23, right?
From 2024.
2024.
In January 2024, we began the renovations on the house and we fixed the house. I have also pictures of before and after that show all the work that we did to the house, which was included in the agreement. We agreed that whatever work we did to the house would be on our own back. Again, outlined and acknowledged and agreed by Michael Peters, clearly, without any word of a doubt, that the renovations were to be our responsibility and we were to pay for them. And that the final amount, the 50,000 every month, would be a part payment on the final agreed price, and that on the signing of the sale deed, the final amount would be paid. All of that is very clear in our emails.
So the agreement was like some date of expiry or something like that?
The original agreement put a 3-month period where we would have renegotiate. That was in January. In September, I have that renegotiated email acknowledged and accepted by both parties, authenticated, and with a hash value number.
So before vacating your house, taking your things out, they had given you any written warning or something like that?
They filed a false police complaint.
Afterwards, he is asking, before removing your things, did they intimate you in any way?
Oh, they tried to scare us out, of course, but there was no legal.
They were threatening.
There were threats.
There were a couple of threatening calls too.
There was a false police complaint filed, which I have the response to, proving that the complaint itself was false. There was a threatening call, which I have another police complaint where I made a complaint where I responded to that, reported the threatening call. We had a small dead baby monkey placed on our balcony the day before the attack. That is buried in our back garden and still nobody has come to take it up to check it. And then finally, Saturday, the attack was made. Things here. I have all my grandmother's family heirlooms. Rajesh has family heirlooms from his family. I mean, besides the monetary value of what they've taken from us, my child's schoolroom, I homeschool her. I've created an entire schoolroom that they've taken. We want our things back. And we want to complete the agreement that we made. That's what we want.
When you filed any police complaint against you?
Of course.
So what police said?
What the police said? Or the crime branch? This is in the crime branch, right?
Now it has been handed to the crime branch.
Now it's
So,
been handed to the crime branch.
What the police said? Is there any information from the police?
I mean, people have come to look at the house, but so far there's been no forensic evidence taken. Nobody's taken a fingerprint. Nobody's dug up the monkey. I mean, clearly these people, the dacoits, have our stuff. I mean, Karate's wife last night clearly, openly displayed photographs and videos of our things. And so somebody has them. And nobody's made any attempt to return them. We're now, I mean, we have possession of our home, but how do we live in it? We don't have any clothes, we don't have nothing, fridges are gone, washing machines gone, bedding, everything, it's emptied as if nobody ever lived there. And not only that, it's been razed to the ground. Our entire garden, we had a lush garden. All of that has been chopped down, and if that wasn't enough, they've actually somehow trucked away the chopped up plants to try and remove evidence of them being there, of the plants ever having been there. I mean, it's like a desert out home. While we're going there day by day to feed our animals and try and keep some life in it, we can't even live in the home that we now have possession back of.
Attacking somebody's property when the owners or when the residents of that property are out, taking possession of all the belongings, putting it into 3 trucks and taking it away. This is nothing else but a mafia activity. Goa is suffering with mafia rule. If this is the way to balance the things, or if this is the way things are going to happen in Goa, then what are we going to do with the police department? It's more than 8 days. Literally, it's more than 8 days. All their belongings have been taken away. Imagine a house which is totally empty. Not even toothbrush and toothpaste have been left behind. In such a situation, the police department has an onus to prove that they are still trustworthy towards the people or by the people.
And we want these people that have done it not to be roaming the streets, right? They need to be in prison. All of these people, it's dacoity without a question of a doubt. I mean, there's nobody, even they are admitting that they were there with a team of what they call bouncers. It's clearly more than 5 people, closer in on 30 people. And it's not only the people that were there, there's masterminds, there's people that have been added to it, and all these people have committed dacoity. It's a life sentence for this. These people need to not be roaming the streets. I've got a little girl, she's 6 years old. You know, these people need to be put away. They need to come and stand up and face what they've done. Anybody else?
Any questions?
Show them.
Yeah.
I have anyone who wants to see the
Anybody
images
wants
as
to?
well.
To take some photos or something.
Yeah, the documents are here. All of them.